Hey, so today's video is all about team page and creating the culture that you want your team to embody. Team pages are always a really big discussion when it comes to promoting to director and above. And I want you guys to know that you have the freedom to do what you feel like is right. There's no right or wrong way. Um, it all just depends on how you want to work your business. For me, if I am your sponsor, AKA you are my frontline director, then I have already probably talked to you about how your team will come off of my team page because I feel that it's very, very important for you to set the standard and for them to see you as their leader. That does not mean that the director themselves will come off. I'll never take you off of our team page, but that way you still have access to my trainings and you can share those things with your team. Most of my trainings I upload to YouTube, so you can also train it or share that with your team. But I just feel like it's super important for people to see you as the leader. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm going to cut the cord the second that you promote to director. I'm going to talk about what you can do here in a little bit. But also know that communication with your upline director is super, super important. The people that have really good communication with each other, those are the people who are experiencing exponential growth. You and that director need to discuss what you guys want out of a team page and how you guys want to move, how you guys want to do it going forward, because a team page should be a blessing and not a struggle. And we all know that sometimes team pages can be crickets, but I want you guys to realize that you do it for the one. You do it for the one that's reading those posts, that doesn't comment. You're doing it for the one that watches those trainings, that maybe doesn't say anything, because you never know if you're going to completely change someone's life. Okay. But with that being said, if you choose to branch off, remember, communication is key. That's also important for you to communicate with your team members so that they don't feel like the rug is swept out from under them. I can almost guarantee you that there will be people that are upset when you take people off of certain pages, but you know what? They will be fine as long as you are leading the correct way. So, like I said, if you're following my way of doing this, then I want you to make sure that you take some time to get your team page files, albums, descriptions, guides, etc. Take those things from my team page, from your upline's team page. Get that team page organized the way that you want it to be, rather than just starting from a blank slate. It's completely fine to take a little while to get that under control. And then you can take your team members off of your uplines page. But the decision on team pages should be something that you guys communicate back and forth. Only you and your upline can decide can come to a solution that's good for you guys. I also have some directors who are still just doing one team page, and that's okay because they have communicated that with their team. They have a system worked out where it's not just one person posting all of the different things, and that's fine. There's no right or wrong way. So you have to be the one to set the standard. But what I am going to say is that you want to make sure that you're keeping things simple. So if your team is on a bunch of different pages, they're never going to understand exactly where to go for their information. So make sure that you don't overwhelm them while still giving them clear information. Okay. Another thing about a team page is consistency. If you want your team page to have engagement, you have to be consistent, even if no one's commenting. If I based my worth off of not getting a Facebook comment on a post I did in a team page, I would have quit a long time ago, hands down. But you can't base your worth on whether or not someone's going to comment on something. You just can't. I have a team page that has 600 people on it right now. I post things all the time and no one comments. It's fine. I'm going to show up for the ones that are commenting, because not everybody lives on social media every day. Some people may check it really quick and then not get a chance to respond. Give people grace, but make sure that you are consistent. Now, when it comes to team culture, your team culture is being shaped whether you believe it or not. So you need to decide some mantras for your team. Like, we don't post negative things on the team page. We vent up, not down. We don't deal with drama. We do things like that. It is perfectly fine for you to come up with some mantras to put in the description and do a welcome video for your team page and explain all of those things. For me, my people know that we are a team, no negativity. If I see something negative, or any of my directors that are on my page see something negative, they're going to delete that comment. And nothing even needs to be said, because we don't do that. People may get mad, but this is your platform and you get to decide what type of culture that you want to create. So know that you have the ability to create that, and what you say goes. So be confident in that. I don't allow negativity like that, because they can vent. Trust me, I don't always agree with everything like being upset about things selling out, etc. But I'm never going to go on a team page and vent about it. Vent about it and text to someone else up, your upline, not someone down. But just make sure that you are always doing your best to create a positive culture. I have a video on YouTube, and it's about creating a culture of leadership within your team. I would highly suggest that you go watch that. And so that way you understand. I also suggest adding some membership questions. So like when someone asks to join, or like a team member invites somebody, I ask them who their sponsor is, why they joined, and then one other question. I can figure out what those questions are. I do that so that when I go and approve them, if I see that somebody says that they want to quit their full-time job, I know that's somebody to keep my eyes on, right? Because that's helping me get to know each other. Because the team page is not just for training. This is where you build relationships with people. That's why every Sunday I do drop your favorite picture from the weekend. That's why I do random questions, because you need to make people not want to leave. And if they feel like they're just a number and they're not getting to know you and you're not creating a relationship with them, that's not going to make a sticky culture. A sticky culture is what people are going to stay around with, or stay around for. So I hope that that was helpful about your team pages. Just remember, you can schedule posts, you can do things invisibly. Also with your team pages, empower your leaders. Empower your leaders to post things. If somebody texts you something and talks about how great of an idea it is, ask them to post it on the team page. If you see somebody with 2,000 PRV, reach out to them personally, ask them to do a training. The team page is not for you. You're a director. You know how you got here, right? The team page is for your team members. So don't feel like it needs to just be the Chastity Show or whatever your show is, whatever your team name is. It should not just be you that's posting. Empower other people to post as well. Okay, so I hope this was helpful. I love y'all, and I want you guys to just make the best decisions that you feel are right for your business when it comes to your team page and your culture.